And welcome everyone to another episode of the Koto's Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Koto. We have a lot to talk about today. We got Ian with us in the show. Ian, how you doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic. We had a lot of good games this weekend, so I'm pumped.
Oh yes. The NFL with the first round of the playoffs, college football too with the semifinals. Holy shit, man. Were we treated with some good and some interesting football this weekend?
Yeah, we really were. Yeah, it was some good fun though.
Exactly. Well, why don't we go ahead and recap Wild Card weekend? The Texans with an impressive 32 to 12 win over the Chargers. A little disappointed in the Chargers. I thought they for sure would give some fight.
Yeah, Justin Herbert looked off. Really everybody just looked off. It was pretty bad.
Very bad. I mean, early in the game too was sloppy as well. I think it was only it was 10-6 Houston at halftime, and then they go on a 22-6 run in the second half to put the game away.
Yeah, Houston came to play, that's for sure.
Yes, they did. Well, it also helps too when their defense came to play as well. Eric Murray with the huge pick six to really put the game out of reach.
Yeah, for real. That's what came in clutch right there.
The Chargers thought they had a touchdown with Justin Herbert finding Lad McConkey, but then the Chargers gave up the PAT and the Texans ran it back for two.
Yep, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man.
Very pathetic how it unfolded too. It was like deflected in the air, and then D'Angelo Ross catches it and goes, "Oh, I can take this back for 2 points." Runs all the way down for the 2 point conversion, and that pretty much sealed the game.
Yep, man, what a crazy game.
Exactly. So the Texans are moving on to face that team in Kansas City, which we'll touch on soon.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, Baltimore, really with the commanding win over the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, he's a great regular season coach. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. And the other thing too about Mike Tomlin, yes, he's had good seasons, but he's been using Bill Cowher's players a lot. That was Bill Cowher's players he was coaching in the Super Bowl they won in '09.
Yeah, so I mean he's been an all right coach, but when it comes to crunch time, they just cannot do it.
Yes, no matter what year, Ian, we saw it happen in 2020 when they got off to that cupcake 11-0 start. Cupcake 11-0 start because who have they really played that year? Nobody.
Yeah, no one really.
And then the Browns came into their place and stole that game.
Yeah,
But good to see the Ravens pick it up. Derrick Henry with 26 carries, 186 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns.
dude, Derrick Henry is still just incredible.
If I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I would give him an extension because I think they only signed him for 2 years.
Yeah, how can you not?
I mean, the way he's playing right now, I would keep him.
Yeah, I mean he's doing everything right for that team.
Teams,
Tennessee, they're just dumbasses for letting him go.
yeah, teams would kill to have Derrick Henry.
Oh, dude, he's one of the best running backs of this generation.
Yep. But happy to see the Baltimore Ravens pick it up. They got a big one coming up this weekend.
Yeah, they do. It's going to be a tough one now.
Yep. And that tough one is Buffalo going up against Buffalo, who beat Denver 31-7. A little scary at first with the Broncos striking first.
Yeah, I thought that was an amazing toss by Bo Nix. I really thought that the Broncos were going to come to play, but that was all they had in the bag.
I'll tell you this, though. The Broncos have found their quarterback.
Yeah, they have a bright future ahead of them. Bo Nix, man, he really stepped up to the plate to help this hurting Broncos team, and Sean Payton too. We know that he's one of the best coaches ever. So it's good that this young buck Bo Nix has a generational coach behind him.
Very impressive regular season this year for Bo Nix. 3,775 yards passing, 29 touchdowns to only 12 interceptions, but that's not bad for a rookie.
No, dude, those are fucking great numbers right there.
You get him maybe a good pass catcher in the draft, another offensive lineman, and that offense is cooking.
Yeah, I think they have everything set up for this team to be very successful in the future.
A lot of people are really praising Josh Allen's performance, but let's not sleep on James Cook. James Cook had 120 yards rushing and a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the quarterback that saves the team. It's the whole team. And Cook showed up, man. He did great.
Well, this Buffalo Bills team is special in general because if you think about it, the Bills really have no true wide receiver one. It's just Josh Allen being Josh Allen, threading the needle to whoever's open, whether it's Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper, Shakir, Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah. Um, this team is very lucky that they have Josh Allen.
I was going to say the Bills should be very grateful that they for having Josh Allen. 'Cause I remember fans they didn't like the pick in 2018 when they drafted him. I loved it.
Yeah, they were pissed off, and I was like, dude, he is exactly what Buffalo is looking for.
Sure, he came from Wyoming, but still, it just matters what he does in the field.
Exactly, man.
You don't have to go Big Ten to do good in the NFL.
Yeah, for real. And I don't know if you saw this, but there was a lot of fans in the stadium wearing Wyoming jerseys.
That does not surprise me whatsoever. Those are your true fans right there. Because I've been seeing some stuff online. I saw this video online where a guy was asking fans, "You a diehard or a bandwagon?" People will say diehard or bandwagon, and the next question is asked, "Where'd your quarterback go to college?"
Yeah.
People were asking about where'd CJ Stroud go to college, where Patty Mahomes go to college. That's a good way to test your knowledge. You love your
Yeah,
quarterback so
exactly.
much, where'd he go to college?
For real.
Exactly. Patty Mahomes, Texas Tech. Lamar Jackson, Louisville. Josh Allen, Wyoming. Bo Nix, he bounced around between Auburn and Oregon. CJ Stroud from Ohio State.
Right.
I mean, well, I'm happy to see some of these quarterbacks, step up to the plate from certain schools that haven't succeeded in a while. Like we
Yeah,
really haven't
man.
seen enough.
It's good to see.
Yep, we haven't seen an Ohio State quarterback succeed until now,
Right.
and you could safely say that Josh Allen is likely the first quarterback from Wyoming to succeed.
Yeah, no, it's so great to see that.
Exactly, and there's more to come. The Bills have a good one coming up this Sunday, but we got a few more games to wrap up with. The Philadelphia Eagles continuing to hurt the Packers. Ian, it's safe to say that the Bears broke the Packers in 2025.
Yeah, they really did. We've seen it all year. Jordan Love just looked shaky all year, and man, he had a horrible start to that game. Multiple interceptions throughout the game.
Doesn't help too when your team fumbles the opening kickoff.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, yeah, rough game for the Packers. Um, I love to see it. I know you love to see it too, Pat. And now I was rooting for the Eagles, and now I'm rooting against them. So,
Well, it's funny you say that. The way the Rams played last night against the Vikings, I wouldn't sleep on the Rams either. I know we were texting earlier today about not wanting to sleep on Washington as Road Warriors, but the Rams might have something to say.
yeah, I think so, dude. I think the Rams have showed that they are still a Super Bowl caliber squad.
They've woken
Like
up.
they haven't left. They haven't left. They've been asleep for maybe a little bit, but now they woke back up.
Exactly. And yeah, we're going to see that Eagles offense gets that Rams offense this Sunday. But yeah, dude, the Packers were just an absolute no show on Sunday. Like they just
Yeah, God, yeah, they did not show up whatsoever. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a game, but Philly stomped them, and That's just the way the cheese gets shredded.
It's okay, Packers fans. We have a nice spot on the couch saved for you for the divisional round. And congratulations, you played one more game than the Bears this year. You should be proud. You one extra game.
Right.
Us Bears fans had a nice front row seat to watch you lose.
It was incredible.
Yep.
But,
But
but
now,
dude, and it's crazy. Jordan Love, he was the passing leader in that game too with 212 yards. So, um,
well, Jalen Hurts is also coming back from a concussion, so I can't say I'm surprised that he played. He didn't put up the best numbers ever, but the Eagles did what they had to do to win the game.
yeah, they won the game, but man, now it's crunch time. Now they got to play the Rams. They're going to be playing a really good team here. Jalen Hurts he's got to
Yep,
get his head in the game, literally.
exactly. To our next game, and you called this one, Ian, the game of the wild card. The Washington Commanders with a 23-20 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Dude, the Commanders are just sneaky good this year. And we saw that play out. That was probably the best game of the weekend, I gotta say.
Yeah,
Yeah, Washington just looks good, and dude, they might be a sleeper for these playoffs. I
I
think
was
we're all
gonna
sleeping
say.
on them.
What's funny too, Ian, I'm sure you saw this. This is the Commanders' first playoff win in nearly 7,000 days.
Yeah, so and it's huge, especially to do it with a rookie quarterback behind you. That's just so cool. I'm happy for the Washington fans.
And for those people out there that are saying, "Oh, the Bears should have drafted Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams," shut up. This
It would have been the same thing. Honestly, maybe
exactly
we probably would have had a worse season, but like
right.
that's like comparing apples to oranges. You can't do it because they're totally different situations.
Different systems. Jaden Daniels is a way better mobile quarterback than Caleb Williams. No offense, because if Daniels needs to run, he'll run. Williams sometimes he'll be 50-50 with the running, and he'll smartly either just throw it
I
away and
don't,
stuff.
I don't know, man. He makes some really good plays on his feet. Like he knows how to get out of some nasty
That is true.
situations, and
Well,
he'll
talking about
just
just
run it.
taking off and running and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, because I think he knows he wants to throw it first before he has to
Right.
run it. Unlike our good old buddy Justin Fields, where he would just freak out for 2 seconds and then just run it. So it's very refreshing to see a quarterback that is more focused on throwing than he is
Right.
running.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, for those who are making that debate, stop it. Just stop because it would have been the same damn thing.
Yeah, it really would have. It's the same thing I say when people say we should have drafted Patrick Mahomes. I think we would have ruined him. We would have ruined him right away, and then Trubisky goes over
Yes.
to KC, and he would have he he'd be a three-time Super Bowl champion right now, and
Exactly.
millions of commercials. So it's really just where these guys got picked up. So
Exactly. And Washington's offensive system is a little better than Chicago's.
yeah, that's for damn sure.
Yep, but yeah, that way the game planned out. I mean, it was just back and forth, back and forth. Bucks really gave that game away though. They made a stop and then they fumbled the ball. They fumbled. The Washington Commanders took the lead back. Tampa Bay tied it up, and then Zane Gonzalez doinked in the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, doinked it in. So good for Washington.
Exactly, and dude, scary Terry, man. I wouldn't want to mess with him in the playoffs.
No way.
But yeah, so Jaden Daniels at 268 yards and 2 touchdowns. Poor Tampa Bay, though.
Yeah, we thought that they were going to be off cooking with Baker and Mike Evans,
Right.
kind of nearing the end of his career. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Tampa has more in the bag for us next year.
Well, didn't help that you lost Chris Godwin, early in the season. So that had killed him too. But there's some bright spots. I mean, you'll get Godwin back next year. You'll have Mike Evans back. Bucky Irvin played great this year. Maybe if Rashad White can get his head out of his ass, you'll have a decent 1-2, backfield for Tampa Bay. The Bucks will be fine next season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of
It helps when
potential
you're
for this
playing.
team.
It helps when you're playing in a shitty division too.
Yeah, but they did what they could this year to get where they were.
Exactly. No, I'm happy for Tampa Bay season. Next game, and this was pretty much a letdown game. The Rams with a 27-9 win over the Vikings. Vikings were a complete no-show.
Yeah, I saw that coming. We've seen Minnesota look really weak this year. We almost beat them twice.
I was gonna say we almost beat them. They've almost let some games get away.
Yeah, so I knew it was going to be shaky for them. I didn't think it was going to be this shaky. And dude, Sam Darnold, he still played pretty decently. He threw for 245 yards in this game, but they could not stop that LA Rams offense.
Doesn't help too when you gave up a fumble for touchdown.
Yeah.
But I'll give credit to the Rams though. They're back to their winning ways.
Yeah, it really seems like it. Dude, a lot of people wrote them out for the past couple years and they're back.
Yeah, no, the Rams very impressive win too, and hoping all those fires get taken care of out in LA, dude. That's scary to see.
Yeah, that was wild. But probably the coolest thing is the Arizona Cardinals opened up their home for the LA
Yep,
Rams and let them play
yep.
there. So that was really cool. We knew the Arizona Cardinals weren't going to be spending any time and doing anything for the playoffs, so might as well open up your home to them. But no,
Yeah,
that was
open up your home. Nice. In the desert, and we'll
oh
kick the
yeah.
Vikings' ass.
Yeah, but that was really, really classy from the Arizona Cardinals.
I have nothing against the Cardinals, man. I really don't.
Old Chicago team, man. Can't hate them.
Yep. Hey, you want to come back to Chicago now?
I don't think they want to,
I
man.
know, I
It's
know.
nice. It's nice and warm down there.
That's true. Where for us, someday, Ian, someday the Bears will be back in this bear weather in January.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's 13 degrees outside right now, and probably in Arizona, I'd say it's probably mid 80s. So I think
A lot, a
the
lot, a
players are
lot,
pretty content.
a lot warmer than what we have here.
That's
But
for
it's the
damn
but it's
sure.
the part but it's the part in January, Ian, where it's safe to say that January is just a super long Monday.
It really
It's
is.
cold as fuck. You don't want to go outside. Like it's the worst part of winter, January.
Yep. But you know what? If it's gonna be cold, I want it to snow, and we've been getting that, so I've been happy.
Very thankful. Just wish some people knew how to drive in the snow.
That's what happens.
Yep. Well, anyway, Ian, let's move on to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. First game, Houston versus Kansas City. Ian, call me crazy, but I'm already picking an upset this round. I'm gonna take the Texans to beat the Chiefs.
Pat, that's not even an upset, man. We've seen how close every single KC game has been this year.
Oh yeah.
They have
They're
had shaky ass wins. I think Houston's gonna walk all over them.
Yeah, and they played not too long ago. The Chiefs won by 8, so they're one possession away from 3 losses. You're a blocked field goal away from 4 losses. You're a doink away from 5 losses. You're a near comeback by the Panthers away from 6 losses. You're a tippy toe away from 7 losses, and you're a pass interference away from 8 losses.
Yeah. So they don't even belong in the playoffs. So we'll just see CJ Stroud just walk all over them,
Please.
dude.
And with how banged up that Texans offense is, CJ Stroud is another player that's been threading the needle a lot.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do, and dude, he's been kicking ass.
And that Houston defense is nothing to mess with.
Oh no way, dude.
Next game, Saturday night, the big one, Washington versus Detroit. Oh,
Washington had a good run, but the Lions are just too good of a team to let this one slide by.
They
And you're
get David.
playing in Detroit. It's going to be loud.
The city's going to be rocking. The Lions also get David Montgomery back. You know, Ben Johnson, the hopeful future coach of the Chicago Bears, is going to draw up a fuck ton of razzle dazzle.
Yeah, we shall see. But yeah, I think Detroit's going to easily win that one.
I see Washington hanging with them, but Detroit will put it away at the end.
Yeah, agreed.
Next one, big one on Sunday. The Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ian, I'm taking the Rams on this one.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, Jalen Hurts, he's coming back from that concussion. And the Rams just look too good, man. I don't think Philly's going to be all there, and I think LA. I agree with you, man. LA is going to come back and win this and go to the NFC Championship.
Exactly. I mean, the Rams this year have just been, they are a very underrated offense that people sleep on. I mean, you got, first and foremost, you got the ageless Matthew Stafford continuing to fuck shit up out there. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He gets better the older he gets.
Yep. You know, you got a decent running back in Kyron Williams. I mean, he's not the best running back this year, but he'll get it done. Also helps too when you got receivers like Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup tearing apart defenses, and Tyler Higbee
Oh
too, the
yeah,
tight end.
yeah. Cooper Kupp's still one of the best receivers in the game.
I have to agree with you. I love.
Ha- they haven't talked about him too much this year, but he's being quiet. That's good.
I think he's good. I think he's in for a big game this Sunday.
I agree, dude. It's about time for him to show up and make everyone remember who he is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because remember the year they won the Super Bowl, he won the Triple Crown and led the league in receiving.
Yeah. So the guy is just too damn good.
Yep. Last one, Baltimore at Buffalo. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson.
Ooh.
I got to go with Buffalo with this one, man.
You better go with Buffalo with that freaking jersey you're wearing, man.
I'm surprised you didn't want to wear your Buffalo Bills hat for the show.
Yeah, well, I already had Purdue Pete on, so I thought I'd give our boys some luck.
Yep, yep.
Um, Totally agree with you though. Buffalo is going to win this one, but I think this is going to be one rocking game right here.
I
Got
feel like
two of the best quarterbacks in the league.
all of these games right here are going to be rocking this whole weekend.
Agreed.
Awesome. We'll see what happens, Ian. Now let's move on from the NFL to the college football side of things. The national championship is set. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Who in the living fuck saw this coming?
I don't think anybody saw any of these matchups coming, but I love the 12 team system.
I do too.
We This is going to be one game for the ages right here because we saw Ohio State. We didn't think that we thought they were first round exit, but
We
here
did.
they come.
The way they ended the regular season, we're like, oh yeah, they're gonna lose to whoever right away. And boy, did they make us eat shit.
Dude, they are bulldozing their way through, and now they're able to play in the Natty Championship against the Irish. Well, let's talk about the Irish too, because we thought it was all going to be downhill after their loss to NIU, but that just made them angry, and man,
Very
they
angry.
they had one hell of a year. We thought they were going to do their normal Notre Dame flop, but
Nope.
they just kept kicking ass. They beat Penn State's ass.
So
So
are we gonna get a Northern Illinois Michigan third place game?
that's funny.
I
But
know.
yeah, dude, this is great because we always see like it being like SEC teams and stuff like that for
That
this
is
national
not the case
championship.
this year, and
We gotta
I really don't mind that. Now, I'm not, I'm not an Ohio State fan, but the way they ran through the playoffs, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people counted out Ohio State with them being the eighth seed going in. We all thought that Tennessee was going to whoop their ass, but
Yep.
They
And
whooped
people thought
Tennessee's
Oregon
ass.
was gonna take Oregon. Nope. I mean, Ohio State did the ass whipping on Oregon, and then they ran into a Texas team that just pulled the. Oh my god, dude! That Texas offense was pathetic against Ohio State.
Major choke job there.
Oh yeah, and the dagger, Jack Sawyer, scoop and score, and I'm like, oh, this shit's over. This shit. The minute he picked it up and was running, I'm like, that's over. Ball game.
Yep. Yeah. So this national championship is going to be great, dude. We got two Midwest teams. I love it.
Exactly. I do about time too. You're seeing, the East Coast teams, the teams from down south. Finally, Midwest is getting its love.
Yeah, man. It's good to see. And, I'm a Purdue fan, so I have been taught to hate both of these
I was
teams
just
with
gonna
all my
say.
might. But I will have to go with the Irish to win this game.
Okay.
Ohio State can suck it. They can always suck it. I want Notre Dame to win it and bring a title to the state of Indiana.
That would be cool. And I mean, these two teams faced off last season, and Ohio State won at the buzzer. So literally last play of the game. I like that pick. The way Notre Dame beat Penn State. I mean, Penn State, they also pulled a choke job too.
Yeah, they really did.
Because we thought Notre Dame was done for.
Yeah,
Down 10, down 10 nothing.
I thought Penn State had that in the bag.
Yep, down 10 nothing. And then next thing you know, the second half turned into a fucking shootout.
Yeah, and then the Irish showed the hell up. So, yeah, it was a great Orange Bowl and a great Cotton Bowl.
Doesn't help too that both quarterbacks played like dog shit.
Yeah, so maybe hopefully we'll see some good QB play this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, Drew Aller threw one interception, but that interception came at the worst time.
Yeah,
Because
maybe
that
earlier
set
in the game, but not then.
because that was right before Notre Dame's game-winning field goal.
Yeah. Oh well. Try again next time.
Yep, and Penn State, no surprise. All their touchdowns came on the ground with Singleton. And no pass in that game was completed to a wide receiver.
Really?
I shit you not. All passes were to either tight ends who were wearing wide receiver numbers and a running back.
That is very odd. I don't
And
I don't even think I noticed that.
I'm like, how do you not complete a pass to a wide receiver? Oh, Penn State is another school that's tight end you, running back you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it just shows how that they can't. It just shows that they can't win the big ones.
No, they can't. So they'll be good in the regular season, but when it comes to playoff time, no.
Texas, you could say the same thing too. And dude, Texas should have lost to Arizona State as well
Yeah, I agree.
because they nearly gave that game away. It looked like Texas was going to run away with it, and then specifically Cam Scatabo for Arizona State clearly ate that team alive.
You can say that again, dude.
I love that name, Scatabo.
Dude, yeah, that's a sounds more like a hockey name, if I gotta say.
He does look like a hockey player playing football, though.
Yeah, definitely. I bet he played some hockey back in his day.
Well, he's a tough son of a bitch, and hockey players are tough son of a bitches. I mean, Marion
Hockey
Hossa during his
players,
Blackhawk days played with a banged up rib cage.
dude, he had a broken wrist and three broken ribs after the 2013 Stanley Cup Finals. Like, dude, hockey players are the toughest athletes in the world. I don't want to hear any lip from anyone else. Hockey players are the most badass people in the world.
I have to agree, and sure, this game sucked for the Blackhawks, but those Winter Classic uniforms,
Oh,
badass.
those were beautiful. I actually saw yesterday they had those jerseys on sale for like $80 on Fanatics, but they were sold out of Connor Bedard, and that was really the only one I wanted to get because everyone else is garbage.
Yeah, even Felino's not impressive this year.
Felino's only a good leader. That's
Yeah.
it. I feel like we're just gonna have him be our captain once his contract ends. I think he's only on like a 2 or 3 year
Yeah.
contract. And then once Connor kind of matures a little bit more, he'll be our captain.
We got to get Bedard more help, though.
Yeah, dude, he scored his 100th point last night and he
that
looked miserable after the game. Like he was talking to the media and he was just like, "Yeah, I don't really care about this. I just want us to win." It's like,
that's a
dude,
true.
we're gonna
That's a
drive
chip.
this kid out of the city before we re-sign
I
him.
know, and I don't want to because I love the guy.
Oh man,
But that
go
just shows
figure.
how much these players give a fuck.
Yeah, right. Like he wants this team to win. He's doing great. There was nothing bad he said about himself. He was like, this is a team effort. I don't care about my own stats. I want this team to win.
Yep, which the rest of the team is not doing.
No, they're not. So I,
Hopefully, they get
I
their.
don't know how this turned into hockey talk, but I love it. We got to get rid of Seth Jones because he's ruining our defense. For some reason, we made him an alternate captain. He just leaves so much room open.
I think we were. I think we brought. I think. I think we were talking about Cam Scatabo definitely playing hockey or whatever. We're like,
Ah,
oh, tough son of a bitch, burying Hosa, fighting injuries, like nothing happened, all that good stuff.
yeah, but dude, I love hockey. I'm glad hockey's on right now since we don't have any baseball or Bears football to watch.
Yeah, hopefully we can. We'll enjoy some hockey. Until the baseball season, the NBA can kiss our ass. I mean, it continues to get softer and softer.
Yeah.
Well, we all know which basketball league is a lot better. That's college basketball, which we're going to dive into some college basketball.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Sounds good.
Impressive to see some football schools, up there at the top. Auburn number one, Iowa State number two. Tennessee dropped after oh my goodness gracious, an awful loss to Florida.
Yeah. And I thought Tennessee would be way better than that, but dude, I was talking to Dalton. I was like, man, what the hell is going on? He was like, it doesn't matter the sport. We always lose to Florida.
This is true. Well, Tennessee and Florida, that's like a national holiday down there in Tennessee.
Dude, it really is.
It's true. Tennessee and Florida, that's a national holiday because those two teams fucking hate each other.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot like the Georgia Bama rivalry.
It's safe to say this bracket's full of this rankings are full of surprise teams. Auburn at number one, Iowa State at two. Where the fuck did Ole Miss come from? Holy shit!
Yeah, Ole Miss came out of nowhere, dude. Holy crap.
They're one of my surprise teams that I was thinking about at first. I'm like, damn, these teams are good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good run for them.
Exactly, and you love seeing new teams succeed.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Georgia is also ranked in college basketball.
That's just not fair.
Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, three fucking good football schools, good at basketball. Come on.
It's not fair, Pat.
Well, there's one correct basketball school that's ranked, and that's Duke, ranked number three. Kentucky ranked at eight. Kansas at nine. Well, that's no surprise because Kansas always.
Always.
Yeah. One of their losses was to Creighton, and that was the second time in the 2024 calendar year that Creighton beat a number one team on their home court.
Wow.
Yeah, they beat UConn a few days after our trip to the Daytona 500, and they beat Kansas on their home court towards the end of 2024.
Damn, well, good for them.
Yep. So yeah, Creighton's off to a decent start. Yes, your Boilermakers took down the Huskers on Sunday. That game was even
Oof.
close.
Holy crap. That game was insane.
Yep.
I cannot believe how many points we scored on you guys.
Yep. Mississippi State 14-2 in basketball. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, right?
UConn is letting the championship hangover get to them at 13-4. Well, every year college basketball, it's always, always there's always a surprise team. And that's the nice thing about college basketball. There's really no true favorite.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what's
Players are
great
a lot
about it,
more
man.
aggressive. They let them play, unlike the NBA, where you got to set up so certain rules. Where if you hit LeBron's hand, up foul. If you touch LeBron's head, up foul.
Yep, they're very, very soft.
Yep, nope. I have not. The only time I watch the NBA is for the playoffs, and even that I'm not entertained either.
Yeah, I don't even watch the NBA playoffs.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking at the looking at for the college basketball, I mean, who the hell would have thought we see ranked teams? Ole Miss 21, Bama 4, Kentucky 8, Texas A&M 11.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude.
Yep, I know. You guys play Oregon coming up this weekend, I believe.
Yes, I believe you are right.
Yep. Nebraska has been impressive though this year. I for sure thought they were going to struggle after losing some of their sharp shooter Keisei Tamaniga, but nope. The Huskers have had some guys step up, and yeah, Big Ten men's basketball continues to impress us.
Yeah, man, it's really impressive. Uh, Big Ten, it's fun basketball, man.
Oh yeah, don't we love it? Don't we love it? Yeah, Bryce Williams leading the charge for the Huskers. Connor Essingen was doing so good. Jawan Gary. I mean, Huskers picked up a ranked win last weekend against UCLA. UCLA has not been good so far on the East Coast or out.
No, they have not.
Yeah, I don't get it. What's going on with them? But UCLA is really never. They haven't been themselves since they won all those fucking championships.
Yeah, agreed.
And plus, basketball today is way different than when it was during those days.
Oh, it's so different.
Yep. We are only a few months away from March Madness.
Love it, buddy.
So do I. All right, Ian. Time to wrap up the show with our fun stuff, our big three, and our fantastic and bonehead play of the week. This week's big three is our big three favorite NFL playoff games that we've watched. Ian, I will let you go first.
All right. My first one is the game we played against the Saints on our road to the Super Bowl
Yes, sir.
back in the day. Um,
Oh, we crushed the Saints that day.
oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Oh, what else? I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to pinpoint my favorite playoff games because there's just so many good ones.
There are.
Honestly, I might just have to cap it at that.
That's a fair one. That's a fair one. I mean, that was a great Bears game to watch. I mean, the Bears, they pummeled the Saints in that playoff game.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, they did.
All right. Well, that'll be Ian's favorite game. I got my three set up. My first one, the Beast Quake. Marshawn Lynch against the Saints in the Wild Card game. 2010, 2011.
Love it.
It's when Beast Mode was born.
Hell yeah, dude.
My next one, Tim Tebow's 80-yard touchdown pass to Demaryius Thomas on the first play in overtime against the Steelers.
That was nuts.
Yep. And then, well, obviously you took one that I had in mind, but I got to go with the Bears. Unfortunately, last playoff game that they won against the Seahawks in the 2011 divisional round, where Jay Cutler just torched the Seahawks defense. His first touchdown was a long bomb to Greg Olsen.
Yeah. Oh man, go figure.
Yep. And then I guess I'll put an honorable mention: Vikings and Saints overtime win for the Saints to punch their ticket to the Super Bowls, or for the Saints to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The games the Saints have were pretty good games.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
Now, Ian, let's wrap up with our fantastic and bonehead play of the week. You go first, buddy.
All right. Well, my fantastic play of the week, and you're gonna hate it, is just to stomp down on Nebraska with my Boilermakers this week.
We struggle on the road, so I can't say I'm surprised.
And then Bonehead goes to our good old buddy Jordan Love for going out there and playing like a dumbass.
Hard to tell if he's the answer in Green Bay. Right now, he's playing like he's not the answer for Green Bay.
Yeah, does not look good out there.
For sure. Well, those are some good picks, Ian. Now let's go on to my fantastic good bonehead play of the week. My fantastic play of the week, Josh Allen's phenomenal touchdown to Ty Johnson. It was a 4th and 1, but then Allen's like, fuck it, someone's down there somewhere, keeps the play alive, and then throws it to Ty Johnson for the touchdown. Beautiful play.
Absolutely beautiful.
And there's another name too I left out that helps the Bills on offense, Ty Johnson.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And then my last one, the Chargers being a complete no-show in the playoffs. Playing like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And that wraps up the show. Ian, another good episode of the Cuddles Mojo in the books. Exciting time to be a football fan.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're getting down to crunch time.
As the Dr. Pepper commercial said, playoff-uary.
Yeah, right?
Well, you got that in January and February with the Super Bowl.
Absolutely, man.
Yep, exciting time. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the Cuddles Mojo. We will see you next time.